In this video we are going to take a look at Batman Returns on 4K. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Movie Vault. My name is Rob. Let's talk about movies. If you would like to support the Movie Vault, the number one way you can do that is by liking this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell to get notified every time I post a new video. Let's get into today's review. So in today's video, as I mentioned, we're looking at Batman Returns on 4K Ultra HD here. We're going to compare it to the Blu Ray, check out the audio and picture quality. All that is coming up in this video. First of all, just some thoughts on Batman Returns. What a great follow-up to Batman from 1989. This one comes in 1992, guys. Big fan of this when I was a kid. I actually want to show you guys. This is an old DVD copy here of Batman Returns. This is the cover art I was familiar with when I was a kid. This was the VHS cover. This was the VHS cover I rented when I was a kid. My cousin worked in a video rental shop, and I remember getting this cover art, the VHS sleeve art. He gave me one to hang on my wall. It was awesome stuff. So this is the original artwork I'm familiar with for Batman Returns. Batman Returns has always felt to me like Batman in a Tim Burton movie, where Batman 1989 was Tim Burton directing a Batman film, if that makes sense. Yeah, lots of Tim Burton influence in Batman Returns compared to Batman 1999, but otherwise, what a fantastic movie here, guys. Danny DeVito is absolutely fantastic as Penguin in Batman Returns here. Christopher Walken as Max Schreck, I feel, has always been an underrated kind of villain in this one. Christopher Walken is awesome. And of course, for me, I've said it all along here, guys, but Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman steals the show in Batman Returns for me. Always has and always will. I'm wearing the t-shirt, guys. Michelle Pfeiffer as Selina Kyle Catwoman is fantastic in Batman Returns. Speaking of Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, the kind of Selina Kyle Catwoman transformation scene with the cats in the alleyway is a scene I always thought was really cool, chilling, and looks fantastic in Batman Returns here. Another favorite scene of mine is Catwoman in the kind of store where she has the whip and she's kind of whipping the heads off the mannequins. Great stuff there as well. And Batman Returns comes with an action-packed finale here with deaths galore all over the place, guys. I really love the ending of this. I love the shot of spoilers here, guys. If you have not seen Batman Returns, I'm sorry, but after Penguin has died, we get all the kind of penguins walking out and kind of like guiding him down into the water. I always thought it was really kind of sad as a kid, and even now there's a bit of a sadness to that scene in the movie. And I absolutely love the final shot where we get that kind of tease of Catwoman as she stands up and sees the bat symbol in the sky. So I just thought I would share with you guys some cool memorabilia that I have from Batman Returns. Apart from my Catwoman t-shirt here, guys, I have Susie and the Banshees Face to Face. This is a 7-inch vinyl single here from Batman Returns. Really cool. Two Susie and the Banshee songs on this one. Here is the vinyl here. Really cool. You can hear this song playing in the background when Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle are at Max Schreck's party and they kind of realize who each other is, that they're Batman and Catwoman. So that's a really cool piece of memorabilia I have here. And I also have one of my viewers kindly sent me this Batman Returns 35mm teaser trailer. You guys know I've worked as a projectionist. This is a scope trailer, so it's 2.35 to 1 aspect ratio. This is a cinema scope trailer, which is kind of interesting. Okay, let's get into the audio quality, guys, here on Batman Returns. We are once again looking at a Dolby Atmos, Dolby True HD 7.1 surround mix on this one. Really like it. As far as I can tell, they have not messed with the sound mix or created new elements for the Atmos mix on Batman Returns. We spoke about the issues we had with Batman 1989 in the last review, if you want to check that out. But a couple of scenes that stood out to me re-watching the movie here, guys. The opening attack sounds really good. Awesome stuff. The Danny Elfman score, of course, once again is in there and is fantastic throughout Batman Returns. Explosions and stuff like that, action sequences, explosions sound really good. You get some nice bass coming through there on the sub. And as I mentioned, Susie Sue and the Banshees Face to Face is kind of a standout for me in that scene with Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle. Okay, so 4K picture quality, guys, on Batman Returns. Once again, these are my initial thoughts upon rewatching this here for the review. We're going to compare this to a previous Blu Ray release in 1 second, but initial thoughts: Batman Returns was obviously shot originally on 35mm film. There is a 4K digital intermediate here for this 2019 restoration. Film grain is present. Like I always say, guys, if you get up close, it's there, and when you move away, it's not as obvious, but it is in there and they have not removed it, so thankfully we are really happy with that. Reds and yellows really pop out upon initial kind of reaction or initial kind of thoughts upon watching this, guys. Reds, Catwoman's lipstick, stuff like that. There is the yellow, of course, on the bat symbol on the bat suit is really cool. They kind of pop out of the picture here. Blacks and shadows look great. Overall, I like the look to Batman Returns. I don't like it as much as the look to Batman 1989. I think Batman Returns has a much more cooler kind of bluish kind of hue look to it. And overall, that may be the look they were going for. The blue, just talking about blues there, the blue look to the Catwoman kind of birth scene I thought was really cool. I really like that, and that's just some initial thoughts on the picture quality here. Let's pause this video really quick here, guys. I just want to let you know about my Patreon and YouTube membership accounts. Links are down in the description below. You can get access to 10+ hours of exclusive content that's not featured here on the main channel for as little as €1 per month, guys. Check out the links in the description below. Let's get back to reviewing Batman Returns. It's time to compare the 2019 Batman Returns 4K Ultra HD disc to this 2008-2009 Blu Ray version of Batman Returns. This would have been the previous version of Batman Returns I had in the collection before I upgraded to this, so I want to see what the difference is. Of course, as usual, we're going to get the camera and take some stills pictures of the TV. Let's compare a couple of scenes here. First scene up is about 6-7 minutes into the movie, guys. This is Alfred walking through Gotham right at the beginning of the movie. You can see here in the 4K, the red and the yellow really pop. Overall, there's a cool look to the picture here. Let's look at the Blu-ray version. Skin tones look a little bit better in my opinion on the Blu-ray, and the Blu-ray has an overall brighter look, which is what we're expecting here. Next scene up here, Bruce Wayne is sitting in Wayne Manor, and of course the bat symbol comes on. He is needed to help rescue Gotham once again. 4K looks great in my opinion here, guys. I think it looks fantastic. Let's take a look at the same scene on that Blu-ray disc as I mentioned. It looks a little bit more cooler and there's a more of a bluish look to the Blu-ray. That's just my opinion on the scenes here, guys. Again, early on in the movie, maybe 20 minutes or so in, we get our first close-up look at Penguin. 4K, let's look at it here. It looks fantastic. The detail is great. It has a bit of a drained look to the color grade on the 4K. Let's look at the Blu-ray. Skin tones look a bit better on the Blu-ray when we go head to head on this scene here. About half an hour into the movie, guys, the Catwoman birth scene, let's check it out here. Let's look at the 4K here. In my opinion, when you compare this to the Blu-ray, the 4K has a slightly brighter look to it here. About 44 minutes in, we get a fantastic close-up look at Catwoman here, Michelle Pfeiffer. Fantastic detail in the 4K, guys. It looks unbelievable. Once again, we're going to compare it to the Blu-ray, and I think the Blu-ray has a little bit more realistic or better looking skin tones once again when we put the Blu-ray and the 4K head to head. Speaking of close-ups, we have to take a look at Michael Keaton as Batman about an hour or so in here, guys. Here's the 4K. Detail again looks fantastic. Let's look at the Blu-ray of the same scene. Skin tones look a little bit better on the Blu-ray once again. An hour and 30 minutes in, we get a look at the Penguin's lair here, guys. Absolutely fantastic on the 4K here. Orange and yellow of the duck looks really vibrant in this color grade on the 4K here. The 4K looks darker overall. Let's look at the Blu-ray here. Same kind of thing. I prefer the overall darker look for this scene in particular. 2 hours bang on, guys. It's the finale of the movie. The bat symbol is in the sky. Catwoman kind of stands up out of nowhere to give us the tease that she is still around. Here's the 4K. I think it looks great. Let's compare it to the Blu-ray. Once again, an overall brighter look to the Blu-ray here. So there you go, my overall thoughts when we put Batman Returns 4K head to head with the previous Blu-ray release is the Blu-ray has more realistic skin tones. I think the 4K color grade looks better in my opinion. I prefer it. And it has more of a cooler winter look to it in some scenes. I prefer the 4K over the Blu-ray, guys. As I mentioned in previous videos, the 4K looks fantastic when I'm watching it here on the TV, and sometimes taking the stills pictures here looks a little bit darker compared to the Blu-ray, but that's kind of overall what I'm seeing here when I watch them. The Blu-rays are always a little bit brighter than the 4Ks, but with that HDR and all that good stuff, guys, on the 4K, the shadows, the darkers are darks and the brighters are bright and all that sort of good stuff. 4K looks much better in my opinion for Batman Returns. So there you have it, that is my 4K review of Batman Returns. I want you guys to get involved. I would love to know what you think of Batman Returns. Are you a fan of Tim Burton's second outing as the Batman and director here? What do you think? Are you a fan of Michael Keaton as Batman? Do you like Catwoman? Michelle Pfeiffer, I think, was outstanding and stole the show in this one for me. I want you guys to jump in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of Batman Returns and what you think of the 4K disc here. That's going to do it for another video here on the Movie Vault. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Stay safe, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.